This is the power of Sparta.
Okay, so quick little note before we start this versus video. In one of my last versus Battle Wikis videos, Matthew brought up a trope called the Death of the Author, saying that this applied to Hideki Kamiya, or it's why Death of the Author exists. Death of the Author specifically refers to books and how literature should be interpreted based on the fact that books are meant to be interpreted by the reader and not generally by the writer unless expressly said otherwise. So Death of the Author, while I understand why the concept was, while I understand why he used it, or she used it, they use a girl for every single one of the profile pictures. I'm assuming it's a girl at this point. But for now we're just going to use he. While he did use it, I understand the reason behind it. It does not directly apply at all because it's a completely different medium. And when I was looking through the page, a few pages to see if it applied to other mediums, they all kept going back specifically to literature. So yeah, with that said, let's get started with this How Powerful from Dracula, Lord of Shadows 2.
Steady, lads. We can take it. God protect us.
What a timely coincidence. I'm dying for a little drop of blood.
Now this versus How Powerful is requested, so with that said, let's just get right into it. In terms of physical strength, Dracula is superhuman due to his vampiric nature, overpowering demons and monsters with relative ease, even going so far at the beginning of the game to moving a battering ram with little to no effort, among other things. He's a lot more powerful than the average vampire because he killed someone I believe called the Forgotten One, which was an extremely powerful demon that I believe he also absorbed their power. So yeah, in terms of speed, he's once again superhuman, able to move faster than most demons in his universe, even extremely powerful demons like the devil of his universe. He's got some weird things with lightning. In one scene, he can't dodge lightning blasts, but then when they go to his castle, which apparently weakens his opponent, he's able to block his opponent's lightning strikes then, so it might not be moving as fast as real lightning. It's a weird. He's also extremely agile. In terms of durability, he's extremely durable to several forms of damage. Not limited to explosions, holy attacks, blunt attacks, fire, basically most things in general he's extremely durable to. He survived massive falls, and while lightning of an opponent was extremely effective on him, he was able to move around and get up despite being electrocuted, but he was severely injured by it, or at the very least severely hampered by it for the time being. He can only die by being stabbed by a weapon called the Vampire Killer, which is a cross that he himself had in the first Lord of Shadows game when he was still human. In terms of powers and abilities, he has Blood Manipulation Chaos, which someone told me was in fact Rage in his heart. It was actually Count Dracula told me. Rage in his heart, and then he has Void Manipulation, which is the despair felt throughout the ages, and he also has Light and Shadow Manipulation. Dracula can possess people via blood manipulation and black smoke, which is more effective but not a direct form of possession. He can transform into a mist and move around faster and be intangible. He can transform into multiple animals, but he cannot transform into werewolves for some reason. He can transform into a dragon, which gives him limited pyrokinesis. He has bat summoning, time manipulation when he hits enemies after activating a artifact he can gain, which is the Stalis Clock. According to the wiki, the slowing effect on enemies only works after he hits them. So yeah, he can instantly gain full knowledge of a weapon for a limited time using the Seal of Alistair. Well, this only works with his 2 weapons. That's because we don't really see him use other weapons. So it could work for other weapons, but for sure it works for his own. And it's a limited time where he gains the full weapon knowledge. He does have Hellfire. He can command the forces of the night. He has teleportation via the Black Mist, electrokinesis, acidic blood. He can levitate and fly around, and he can create wings to allow for double jumps. The weapons he also has are his Void Sword, Chaos Gauntlets, which is just chaos magic that envelops his arms, and his blood whip. Now that's about it. There is a page I will be linking below, however, that says that he does have things like soul absorption, life force absorption. Oh, it is worth noting that he does have self-healing aside from his normal vampiric healing factor and draining of blood, because the Void Sword can in fact heal him for damage it does. Anyways, yeah, as I was saying, I will link a page below which has apparently a lot more powers that should be at his disposal as a result of being a transcendent vampire. So, yeah, a few things that are added according to here would be things like necromancy, night empowerment, subordination manipulation, and other things of that nature. So, yeah, that's how powerful Dracula from Lords of Shadows 2 is. I'm not generally sure like how overall powerful he is, but he does beat the devil of his universe, and apparently he's second only to the god of his universe, so that should give you an idea. Thank you guys for your time as always, and have a nice day.
Christus vivit. Istus regnat. Christus ab omni malo te defendat. Maledictiet excommunicati daemones. In virtute istorum factorum Dei
I was
nomi.
like you once. But your God showed me another path.
Messias. Emmanuel. Soter. Sabaoth. Agios. Inkyros. Athanatos. Jehovah. Adonai.
That's why the power of your God cannot destroy me, because I am his chosen one. Ubi fuerent haec nomina et digna Dei, precipimus vobis, at queligamus vos ut non habietas. Potestatem per pestem, nec per aliquod, quod eamque maleficium nocere incantationem neque in anima nec in corpore.